go chop if I no chop? Nobody. That carrot, thank God no gas. Nowhere to off gas. I go pour the carrot, everybody go starve.
Last night's entertainment was proudly brought to us by Imisi. It was sponsored by Imisi. It is obvious that another fight was going to happen in the house, especially now that Faith is the HOH, because there are some housemates that are not really in good terms with Faith. There are some housemates that they are not really in talking terms. I don't know if Faith ate their biscuit or they ate Faith biscuit, but something has been going on between Faith and Imisi. They are loggerhead, they are not talking, they don't want to settle whatever differences they had. And yesterday it was another fight between Faith and Imisi. What caused this fight? Bread. What caused this fight? Wash your plate. What caused this fight? Take orders and don't take orders from me. At some point, the fight moved from Imisi to Joanna, but it was really a long night sponsored by Imisi. Watch this video to the end to get the full details of the whole drama that happened last night. If you are new to the channel, you are welcome to G's Vlog. My name is Preshike. Please do well to subscribe, turn on your post notification, and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. So Faith has won the HOH and had given stern warning and had given, the housemate how this house is going to be run this week. Everyone is going to, keep orderliness, wash your plates when you finish eating, talk to him with respect, keep the house tidy and all the rest. And just for him, to go to the kitchen and there was a plate in the sink. Culture was telling him, that he placed the plate in the sink and he thinks the plate belongs to Imisi. So Faith walked up to Imisi to tell her to come and wash her plate. And Imisi was like, I'm just waking up. I cannot come and do that now. After all, that plate, I kept it in the fridge and it had milk in it. So why would someone carry it and put in the sink? So since it's there, no problem. I'll wash it later. But Faith was insisting that Imisi must stand up from where she was sitting. Imisi must come with him and come and wash that plate. And Imisi stood her ground saying, no, I'm not coming to wash it. I'll wash it later. And Faith is like, give me time. When do you want to wash? Mimi said, I don't know time. It's okay, give me estimation. Missy said, I'll wash it later on. And Faith was still insisting that after life nomination and she doesn't wash that plate, there's going to be problem. So Imisi now said, okay, let me see that problem. I want that problem to happen. So that was how the life nomination ended, and the whole house came back and they went about their normal business. Biggie supplied the house with food because this week they are doing a bare minimum, so things are not happening the way it used to. Some of the luxury that they are used to has been withheld from them. They're not sitting on the sofa, they're not sleeping on the bed, sleeping on a wooden chair and on the mat, cooking with stove, charcoal and all the rest. So the house has really been somehow for some persons. They're trying to adapt. There's no blender again. They're making use of mortar and pestle. So now when Faith was trying to share all this food stuff that Biggie brought, Imisi was already standing there, everyone waiting for how the food was going to share, just as other housemates. So the instruction on how the bread was going to be shared by Faith is one bread for two housemates. So Imisi took one bread already and was trying to walk out when Faith said, come back here, return that bread. You have to obey the order. If you are taking this bread, you have to write your name. Who are you sharing with? And Imisi said, write it, Imisi and call. And Faith was still calling her back to come back and write her name. Just like every other persons that were collecting bread, were writing their name. And Imisi was insisting that Faith should write it. She has already collected the bread and went ahead to stuff the bread under her clothes. Imisi, the drama queen, like she stuffed the bread under her clothes. Maybe they want to collect the bread now. Let them come and collect it under her clothes. Let them naked her and collect the bread. And she's not coming back. She's not bringing the bread back to that place. She has been standing there. No one wants to attend to her. And someone said pick. And she went down to pick bread. And they are not saying that she should return it. Even when Faith was trying to call Kola to step in. Kola, who are you sharing the bread with? Tell her to bring back the bread. At some point, Kola and Imisi, had some shouting because Kola was telling Imisi, go and drop the bread, go and drop it, just do the right thing, just follow the procedure. But Imisi stood her ground. She stood there, like she stood on what she has already agreed, that she's not dropping the bread. Since it's where two persons to share one bread, no problem. She's going to share with Kola. Kola, you're not going to share with me. And Kola was not really having it because he was already facing a punishment, and add to that so that Imisi is fighting about food and he's like, why are you fighting about food, this and that. He still went back to collect some other things. That was when she and Joanna had a phase out.
Me, I'm the only beauty queen here. You are the only one that they are not giving a beauty queen. Is that
So Faith had earlier on picked Joanne as his house girl, so that makes Joanne automatically the deputy head of house. So she was in charge of writing names of housemates, what they are picking, and who they are pairing with. So Imisi is back again to pick the remaining of her stuff, and Faith was sharing banana, and Joanne was talking and made some statements, made some comment that she doesn't want to get in a fight or in an argument with some housemates that are irrelevant. So that was how Imisi now made her own side talk, a beauty queen that doesn't have beauty, and these two started. And Imisi was like, shut up, I'm not talking to you. And Joanne was like, no, you will not talk to me like that. You're not permitted to talk to me like that. Get out, you have low IQ, blah blah blah. And these two we are, going back and forth. And Faith just had to, cut Imisi's banana and give her so that she can just go, and the whole scene will just die off. And that was it. And Faith went ahead to instruct the kitchen prefect, K Bobo, and Big Soso not to give Imisi anything, not to allow Imisi into the kitchen to cook, that she's going to starve because she's not, following orders. And K Bobo that is two-faced, because I don't know why Faith told you something and you went to tell Imisi. What were you expecting to happen? Capable would have waited, for Imisi to come to the kitchen and the whole drama will happen. So they will continue from there. But Capable went to tell Imisi about that, and that was how Imisi started ranting again in the garden and saying that if I will not eat in this house, nobody's going to eat. I'm going to pour the kerosene, step on the stove. Thank God that there's no gas that anyone is going to off. If I'm not going to eat in this house, if I'm going to starve, everyone is going to starve. Who is it to give me orders? And there was Thelma and Doris, low-key being sarcastic, with Imisi, cheering her up because they're looking for someone that will help them to fight Fate. They're looking for someone that will help them, to fight Fate. And Thelma was like, no, you don't talk to my HOH like that. I've been in that position. I know what it means. You don't talk to him like that. Imisi was just going on and on. Faith was just calm, listening to what Imisi was saying, smiling at what she was saying, what Thelma too was saying, and Doris, the whole house. He was just calm, not returning back words to Imisi, just on his own, because he has already had, a back and forth with her in the house. So he was not willing to do that again. He was just calm. And Imisi was saying all of the things that she's going to do if they don't allow her to cook in that house. Another drama is about to happen, because another fight is definitely going to happen, because Imisi is going to go to that kitchen and make food for herself. And some persons are like, Faith is doing too much, he's being a narcissist, he's controlling, parents don't even do that much. It's looking as if Faith had something personal with Imisi and he needs to talk it out or slow down. It's looking as if Faith is trying to, antagonize Imisi. Why some persons are saying that Imisi is not keeping her orderliness. Why would she not want to wash her plate? Why would she not want to obey and listen to instructions from Faith? It's going to be a long week and a long ride with Faith and Imisi. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section. Who do you think is doing too much? Or who do you think is wrong in this whole drama, in this whole fight that happened between Faith and Imisi? Subscribe if you've not, and give this video a thumbs up. See you on the very next video.